The following is a Gauntlet Eliminator match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two superstars will start in the ring. At regular intervals, a new superstar enters the match. Elimination can occur anywhere in the arena. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner.
And we'll go on to SummerSlam to face the FTW Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bikini Party Summer event. Very few bikinis, all a party, and this is in the summer. So, yes.
And from San Diego, California, luscious Violet Snow.
And of course, we are starting things off with the FTW Champion herself coming down without the belt, as this is not for the FTW Championship after all is said. This is for the opportunity to face Violet Snow at the very least at SummerSlam for that very honor. Something that the announcer did not mention is exactly how a competitor is eliminated, and that is via pinfall or submission only. So yes, you can be thrown over the top rope. It does not mean anything. Falls count anywhere in this matchup. So we're expected to see quite the amount of action take place here. We'll see how long the FTW Champion can last in this matchup. Well, next week is the King of the Deathmatch tournament, so we may find someone attempting to garner a chance for this matchup next week.
And from Prague, the Czech Republic, Angel Hunter.
Angel Hunter making her way to the ring, not with her valet Bunny, but back when she was wrestling here, thus for her debut, she was rather impressive, scoring up a couple of victories, but took a bit of a hiatus ever since. Well, given that she has the opportunity here to eliminate the FTW Champion, she might just take it. This will be a one match event. 30 competitors. We'll see if the 1 minute interval is truthful or not. And honestly, I do not envy the referee in this one, especially when this match will get up to 8 competitors, as both come out running, Violet Snow and Angel Hunter. And it's Angel bringing Violet against the ropes. Violet coming right back. Nice. Forearm straight to the throat. Again, charging at each other, but not getting too much of anything. There's Violet into the corner. In comes Angel. Crushing against Violet. But Violet with a jawbreaker. Well, submission hold applied. This could be an elimination. But not yet. Honestly, should not have been surprised there. Out comes Angel. Already up to our third entrant making their way, or about to at the very least. Utilizing the ropes and swings herself around. Probably just waiting on the next entrant. And it is Samantha Shade. Samantha Shade keeping her distance, watching them go, just letting themselves wear each other out, looking for any openings. And Angel having both into... Oh, no. Samantha coming right out there. Rebound with a forearm. And out goes Angel, but she is not eliminated. As I said, this is only eliminations via pinfall and submission. This thing will go until we have one winner in the end. After why the referee is focused on Angel, the two characters fighting are right behind her as Angel now joins up. First matchup for cover of the match. And there we go. FTW comes into this one swinging. It's going to be a very messy matchup if everyone's going to be going for weapons. As Kimberly now joins the fray. First ever FTW champion. Woman who held it for well over a year. And actually won it at the first ever Bikini Party Summer Tournament. As a matter of fact, the Bikini Party Summer at that year was Kimberly's debut. So we got Kimberly and Violet Snow going at it. Former and current FTW champions Samantha and Angel joining up the fray though. Nice separation here as Violet and Samantha back inside the ring. Angel might be joining up. Yes, indeed. As Kimberly laid out on the outside, who is yet to even enter the ring. Not that she has to. Competitors could actually be eliminated without even touching the ring. And we'll see where entrant number 5 goes. Again, once we have 8 entrances, and it is Geist. So we have 8 entrants with no eliminations. We're putting a pause. Referee can only follow so much. Geist already having to roll to the outside. There's a vertebreaker there on Angel, who rolls to the outside as well. Violet coming out. And Geist finding that kendo stick. Can't think of anyone who want to be eliminating Violet Snow. The referee has something of an earpiece letting her know when pinfalls and submissions are happening. Several eyes and ears on this one. It looks like Geist is going to play welcome to our next entrant, or at least was. 2 count now as Hannah Cooper and Violet Snow. Everybody's going for Violet Snow, but then again, Violet is not exactly hiding from her competition. So 6 entrants thus far. Steel chair in Hannah's hand. Doesn't get very far with it though. And all 3 members of Country Dominance are competing in this one. There's double team there from Geist and Kimberly. So I doubt. Nope. Did not think that would last too long. Submission hold applied on Violet, who manages to get out, and here's a cover on Geist. Geist saving herself. And thank Biff Slamkovich for setting us up with this arena. We now have entrant number 8. And it is Zoe Nessie of the Deviant Monster Gods, who is immediately taken down with a neck breaker from Samantha Shade. He's now looking to eliminate Geist. And Geist keeping herself alive in this one. Some rapid communication here for the referee, letting her know when pinfalls are no longer going on or what have you. Kickouts happen and such. Has Kimberly been inside the ring yet? As I said, do not envy the referee. And here we go with entrant number 8. Cover on the outside. And nice counter there by Kimberly, dropping Hannah atop that steel chair. As Tina Molina makes her way to the ring. There's the communications in progress there. Cover all the way across to the other side of the ring. We would have no means of seeing that. Just knowing that there's a pinfall going on. Oh, Angel's head hitting the steel stairs. Well, I really shouldn't be too surprised with what goes on here in FTW rings. But we have our 8, so we'll be taking a bit of a break. Entrants will now be coming in slower, unless we start seeing multiple eliminations. Like I said, this is not your typical elimination matchup. So we'll be seeing Tina's partner later on tonight. Coming out on the outside. And our first elimination. And it is Kimberly. Kimberly eliminated by Geist, I believe. Samantha almost taking it as well. Honestly surprised here for her to see Kimberly gone at first. You gotta keep your eyes peeled in this whole matchup. Just watch everything that's going on. Understand who's involved, what are the pinfalls. Cover on the outside again. And that's another elimination. 2 in a row. And Angel Hunter eliminated by Violet Snow. And Geist now. Fortunately, the referee really needed to get into position for that one. Submission applied, and ooh! Is that Violet Snow? Has Violet Snow been eliminated by Samantha, who is now looking to eliminate Tina? Managing to survive, so Violet Snow eliminated via submission. Once again on top of Tina. And Tina tapping out. Another cover here. Competitors are dropping like flies as out goes Nyx. Or not Nyx, sorry, Geist. Saw Zoe there and was just reminded of her partner. We're seeing some more entrants coming in eventually. There we go. Entrant number 9. Cover now by Samantha on Zoe. And Zoe Nessie eliminated as well. Zoe, who should have really mentioned this before, but Zoe, who did make her debut at a Bikini Party Summer as well, the one that was ultimately won by Kimberly, and now joined up by Tiffany Jones. We saw her debut just a few weeks ago. Hannah Cooper trapped in the submission and managing to survive. So for a bit there, we were down to 2 as Samantha looking to eliminate Hannah. And indeed does so. Samantha on a tear here. Now basically one-on-one. We'll see how long this lasts. So out of all of our first 8 competitors, and thus we're down to 2. And again, we are going up to 30, ladies and gentlemen. Hard forearm to the side of the head. Now we are up to entrant number 10. Pressure being put on Samantha's arm by Tiffany. And was also successful over Heather Ray and Casadea Kendall, who still has some issues to sort out. Last time we saw her, she was beating Cindy Sullivan in the backstage area not long after defeating Richie Ellis in the backstage area. And of course, Kendall, the hardcore fashionista, going straight for a kendo stick and just tosses it towards the crowd. No care in the world. And Kendall just basically calling on anyone and just pounces Definity. And Samantha catching her from behind, ranks out the back. Neckbreaker as Definity calling on Samantha, but Samantha not going to oblige. And instead, Definity's just going for a bit of a walk. Well, about to have 4 competitors now. Monkey blade action and some hard slaps by Kendall, tossing Definity to the concrete floor. Here comes entrant number 11. And it is former FTW champion Loba. Ooh, welcome to the matchup there, Loba. And Loba saying thank you. Cover now on Definity, but submission hold on Kendall. Neither of which get the job done. He sent inside. Ooh, nice synchronized slide by Loba and the referee. As Kendall just continues just taunting out at everyone. And this is a desperate woman for the FTW Championship. Honestly, out of every competitor here in FTW, she's the most adverse to, at least most wanting of an opportunity. And unfortunately, every time, she's derailed by means outside of her control. And now that Violet Snow was already eliminated, Kendall can't even just eliminate Violet and hope for something from there, as Mistress Death of the Coven making her way to the ring. Cover now on Samantha. Samantha managing to stay alive. Kendall will have to get through all the rest of these 20 or so competitors as this match once more begins to fill up. 5 competitors already. Here comes Mistress Death. And Samantha chops. Let his head to the top of the barricade there. Cover now on double covers here. Pair of 1 counts as Definity keeping her distance. And the winner of this matchup will go on to SummerSlam to face off against the FTW champion. Submission hold applied on Kendall. This is what got rid of both. And ooh, Kendall tapping out, just like Violet Snow earlier, and Cindy Sullivan now. Unfortunately, I think she was well on her way towards Kendall, but eliminated prior to getting to her. Cindy Sullivan with lucky or unlucky entrant number 13. And Loba just throwing herself through the ropes, taking up Mistress Death. Cover now, Loba on Mistress. And the referee trying to get by. Honestly, not surprised, or not surprised that she'll do that. 1 count on Definity. Entrant number 14. We are almost halfway through this matchup already. And I believe that is Busty Buffy St. Clair. Perhaps the spunkiest member here in FTW. A true never say die attitude. Cover now on Mistress Death. Just a 1 count. That's Cindy and Loba, but in comes Definity. Oh, stop him on the back of the head. Lots of finagling on the outside there. Cover again on Mistress Death as referee comes right in. Honestly, 2 in a row, both by Busty. As Loba and Cindy continue fighting on the outside. Entrant number 14. Or sorry, 15. As we are halfway through this one. Cindy Sullivan is keeping her covered. And, ooh, Richie Ellis. Cindy looking to eliminate her best friend. A bit surprised that Cindy went right for her, but again, with what's at stake in this matchup and the fact that it is every competitor for themselves, as Cindy once again going straight for Richie. Samantha and Busty inside. Honestly surprised to see Samantha still here. This could be it though. And indeed it is, somehow, some way. Samantha Shade eliminated by Busty. Don't give the additional credit to everyone else in this matchup. Busty looking to eliminate again. And 2 eliminations in a row for Busty. Buffy St. Clair. And she is fired up, finally getting the elimination on Mistress Death as Mega Milkers comes into the ring. And Cindy being tossed to the outside again. Really don't have to say no eliminations for that. The amount of action we've seen. Oh, Busty just taking out everybody. And down goes Loba as well. Almost eliminating the former FTW champion. What a cap in the crown that would be for Busty. And Busty completely flubs that one. That's Definity now with Mega Milkers. In comes Richie. Perhaps going for Cindy. I doubt this is going to do anything about their friendship. If anything, they're just taking advantage of the match rules. He's got a forearm, and here's the cover on Loba once more. Just a 2 count on Loba. Continuing on the outside, just a 4-way brawl. And this Mega Milker's dropping the Mega Milk down onto Definity twice now. Loba alone inside the ring, steel chair in hand. Here's the cover. Only a 1 count. Well, whoever's coming in next at 16 certainly has a bit of a fray to get into. She almost eliminated by Cindy again. And Porcelain Maid, former FTW champion as well. As a matter of fact, she was also one of the competitors in the first ever #1 contendership, where all competitors came out as FTW champions eventually. She almost eliminating Busty, which honestly would have been a bit of a disappointment given how well Busty has been doing thus far. Cover now on Loba. Or sorry, cover from Loba. And Busty with the steel chair taking down Mega Milkers and Definity. Cover now on Definity. Just a 1 count as we have entrant number 17. Porcelain Maid not going to play welcome. Instead going straight for Mega Milkers, who has her number. And powerbomb onto the steel chair. As Harper Quinn inside the ring. Ooh, clotheslined right out of her boots. As Mega Milkers trying to take advantage of that powerbomb onto the steel chair. Another elimination, and it is the Cinderella story comes to an end as Definity eliminates Busty. Very disheartening situation there. But Busty may not be alone, as Loba now looking to eliminate Definity. Only a 2 count as Harper sending Porcelain Maid back inside, and Mega Milker sending Cindy in there. Cover now over Cindy. And Cindy Sullivan is eliminated. Feet to feet from Richie and Harper. And Cindy, now playing injured. She's back into the ring as Harper and Porcelain Maid Definity, who has lasted quite a while here. I think the longest lasting competitor now. Cover on Richie. See where the referee is. That's probably a bad thing. Oh, there she is. I was wondering if somebody had taken her out, or she had just kind of given up and left. Hanging with Definity, just making certain that she's still good to go. As Richie should not be celebrating too early in front of Harper. Nova catching hold of Definity, taking down the back, and Harper now trying her chance at the former FTW champion and fails. Taking at the back of her leg, and oh, what a clothesline from Mega Milkers, taking down Richie. We wait the arrival of entrant number 18. Cover now on Richie. And Richie kicking out as Grace, former FTW champion as well. Onto the ring. In fact, the third ever FTW champion, if you want to get super technical. She's not the one who defeated Kimberly for that, right? Well, she was the one who defeated Kimberly. I was about to say, was Porcelain Maid eliminated? I just didn't notice when we had ourselves another entrant. And Mega Milker's finally getting rid of Richie. Took her a bit of time. Richie Ellis, who was rather impressive last year's, alongside Cindy Sullivan. In fact, Cindy Sullivan, winner of last year's Bikini Party Summer. A lot of things I really should be mentioning here as entrant number 19. We're almost 2/3 of the way through this one, ladies and gentlemen. As Mega Milker is going to play welcome. I believe that is Belladonna. Very difficult to see from this distance. No, I believe that is Valkyrie, former Shield Maiden. Or formerly Shield Maiden. Takes a hit into the gut, and DDT! Well, the referee just kind of helping in a way. Either helping Harper or helping Valkyrie. Over now on Porcelain Maid. And Porcelain Maid eliminated by Definity, who is still in this one. She could go the distance here. Oh, nice heavy kick. But Grace stopping Loba from getting in there. Loba with a hard kick to the back of Definity's head, taking high offense with a high kick. Double knees there. Or knee challenge between Grace and Definity doesn't lead to much. There's Valkyrie outside the ring. We're getting a bit of a breather here as entrant 20 about to make their way to the ring. Heightened powerbomb by Mega Milkers as Dixie Clements of the Country Dominance pausing and taking your time. Just letting everyone continue fighting it out. Anna Cooper already eliminated. I believe Jessica Jenkins yet to come in here. And DDT on Grace. Here's the cover now from Harper. And Grace eliminated. Very surprising, especially given how fresh Grace was. And there's Harper now stepping down on Dixie's hair. Another elimination. Not too certain where or who. Tiffany Jones eliminated. Certainly she was still part of this matchup. She was keeping herself focused as Bootsy now, Kimberly's understudy. Another elimination, and out goes Loba, courtesy of Dixie. That's Bootsy, entrant number 21, the Blackjack entry. Honestly, that's really all you can say about it. As Loba blocked out from leaving. They may just start fighting if Bootsy doesn't move out of the way. Cover now on Mega Milkers. As Valkyrie sends Harper back into the ring. And down goes the Milkers. We have limited ourselves thus far to 4, but still 9 competitors to go. Harper sending Bootsy back as Dixie gives chase to Valkyrie. Nice Northern Lights suplex on Harper. And powerbomb on Valkyrie as Bootsy goes straight for Dixie, taking her down. Now looking to eliminate the Country Dominant member. So given what we've seen from teammates thus far, at least in the form of Cindy and Richie, I'm not going to assume that Jessica out here is going to cause any good tidings for Dixie. And this entrant number 22. And Dallas making her way to the ring. Former trainer of Richie Ellis. And Valkyrie eliminated by Bootsy. As Harper races around Valkyrie and comes to Bootsy from behind. Cover battle here between Dixie and Dallas. Back and forth they go. Now just scoring 1 counts. And ultimately broken up by Dallas. So they both heading back into the ring. Bootsy comes around. Accepts Harper's call. We wait the arrival of entrant 23. Harper now looking to send Bootsy to the back. Not quite yet. Nice submission hold on Dallas. As in comes Betsy Miller. Betsy Miller of the Evil Girls. Double team here now on Harper. So again, not going to see too much of a team here. Cover on the outside, already on Betsy. Not going to get too much there. Seeing some kendo sticks and steel chairs and monkey lights. What more do you want in FTW? Cover now on Harper. And her stamina finally lets out as Bootsy garners another elimination. Entrant number 24. Bootsy giving chase to Betsy. And it is Nyx of the Deviant Monster Gods. We've only really seen her once thus far in all of FTW. That's making her debut here. Cover on Betsy, but again, just one count. Nyx getting herself involved during Bootsy's war with the DMG. Or at least at the time, she had thought that against Zoe Nessie. Cover now on Dallas. And Dallas is eliminated. As Nyx getting hit down by Bootsy. Only a matter of time until Bootsy found her. Entrant number 25, if my memory is correct. It may not be. As Nyx literally throwing herself at Dixie and now comes right at Bootsy. Oh, sorry, Betsy. Cover now. As Ivana, we've seen her with one match. Unfortunately, losing effort. Heather Ray's only victory thus far. Cover now on Betsy. Now Dixie up on the shoulders. Knees of the face. Here's the cover on the outside. Referee was right there for that one. That was a very unlucky situation for Dixie, as most competitors here are getting a very easy time of it. Another cover on Dixie. Entrant number 26 making their way to the ring. Could be 26, could be 25. Cover now on Betsy. As Nyx and Yvonne staring at each other. And Dixie runs right through our next competitor, looking to eliminate them already. As I say, they weren't even ready. And it's very unfortunate, as that was Heather Ray, for her to come down and get eliminated, but definitely put her in a sour mood, given that her career took a real turn after defeating Ivana. It's like Ivana having placed a curse on her career. Now being planted down. Referee slides back into the ring. Here's the cover. And Heather almost eliminated, I think. Would have been if the referee had been in the ring, or at least counted from the outside. This cover now on Bootsy. Entrant number 27. We are almost there to the end, I believe. As Jessica Jenkins now, we'll see indeed if Country Dominance works together or not. This is Jessica can even last long enough. Heather Ray with a cover on Dixie. It'd be nice for Heather to get an elimination. Doesn't garner her a win, but it does give her something. Something more than she's had lately. Dixie into the ropes, ducks underneath. And nice power slam by Heather. Cover on the outside. But doesn't amount to much. As Bootsy was looking to eliminate Nyx. Entrant number 28. Or 27. 3 or 4 more to go. As Heather finally gets Dixie out of here and makes a dive, missing completely. As I believe that is Lana Starr. Or no, sorry, Belladonna. Belladonna of the Coven. And as Dixie makes her way to the back. Saw no partnership between her and Jessica, but we didn't see her and Jessica fight, so dropkick on Ivana as Nyx with a pinfall here. Another pinfall above the ring. Only a 1 count. Haven't had too many submissions. As a matter of fact, I believe Samantha Shade is the only person to have garnered submission victories. We're up to 7 competitors right now. Could be 2 or 3 more. Another one bites the dust, and that is Heather Ray, unfortunately, taking a loss from Betsy. Somebody wants a charity case. She is on her way out. Spinning out power bomb from Jessica. So at the very least, one more elimination. We should be guaranteed to at least get to the end. There's Betsy with Belladonna down. And Ivana gives her a wave. And this entrant, 29, comes to the ring. Again, 29 or 28. We'll definitely find out soon enough. As there's Lana Starr. Pretty much comes in at Bootsy from behind. Ivana and Belladonna on the outside. In comes Jessica as Betsy and Nyx, well, briefly going at it. Shoulder breaker. Double covers here. Which one does the referee count first? Well, somebody is eliminated. That is Ivana. Well, Belladonna is definitely lucky there. If this were... Well, the referee had done a double count, I believe we would have seen 2 eliminations back to back right there. Well, Jessica going to go for it again. And there we go. Belladonna taken out. Will Bootsy be following? Indeed she will. Quite a clear out there as Nyx going right for Jessica. A bit distracted there. And Lana and Betsy fighting it out inside the ring. As Nyx and Jessica on the outside. Again, the winner of this matchup going to SummerSlam to face off against the FTW champion, whomever it may be. As we now know, or at least now found out, Samantha Shade will actually be challenging Violet Snow for the very right as having eliminated her. And of course, upon hearing that, busty Buffy St. Clair in the backstage area as well, declaring that she should be in that matchup as well, given that she eliminated Samantha. As Jessica takes the elimination now. Lana almost eliminated. We haven't seen a count, so maybe my count has been off the entire time. Maybe Lana Starr was the 30th competitor. If that's the case, then given that this is Nyx's second appearance here in FTW, it could be one hell of an opportunity. Especially if she were to come out of here victorious. And just stick to the top of the head. And DDT down onto the mat, missing the kendo stick. And there's Betsy crushing out Lana's forehead.
A competitor has been eliminated. The next fall will win the match.
Yes, that is it indeed. We are down to 2. Betsy Miller or Nyx. And nice drop down Death Valley driver onto the kendo stick. See what Nyx has in her hand. Or in store, sorry. Feeling just a little bit sheepish that my numbers have been off the entire matchup. Even when I knew that they were, or thought they would be off, they're off even more. And Betsy almost eliminated there. Stomp to the back of the head, and Betsy, nice neck breaker there, just kicks Nyx up for it. Face first to the post, and Betsy going on a tear here. No surprise given just who it is. And now she has a kendo stick, as if she couldn't be any more dangerous. As Nyx just torpedoing her right at Betsy. And that is it! Nyx in her second only appearance here in FTW, and remember, ladies and gentlemen, her first ever appearance was an interruption. Is now on her way to SummerSlam to face off for the FTW Championship. If you can believe it, the Deviant Monster God has her opportunity. And next week, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see just whom she is facing. Either Samantha Shade, Violet Snow, or maybe Betsy if she can argue her way into it. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this year's Bikini Party Summer, and we look forward to seeing you next time for more What's Up Wrestling action and FTW King of the Deathmatch next week.